What's going on, everybody? Nixer63 here, bringing you another video, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. I want to test out some new types of videos to see which one I'm more comfortable with. So in today's video, you are only going to be hearing my voice. This is basically a regular video that I would actually post. It's about roughly like 20 something minutes long, so bear that in mind. But I basically want to see, for the longer content that I'm going to be making in the future, how this is actually going to pan out, basically. Now, this is going to be the first time that I'm going to be playing this, so just bear with me while I try to adjust myself with playing this game and the controls and all that good stuff. But you guys, I hope that you guys enjoy, so sit back, relax, grab some snacks, because we're diving into the world of Schedule 1. Let's get into the video. This all started with a new game, but as you can see, there's a pretty safe file. I can explain this, okay? So originally, I started playing this game on Saturday, this past Saturday, and I got through the introductory phase of the game, but unfortunately, when I was trying to load into the main game, it crashed. And I tried to think like, oh, maybe it's just because of how late it is and maybe my PC is overheated. I checked to see if it was overheated. It was not. So then I checked to see if I needed an update. I updated it. And I reloaded the game again, and it crashed at the same spot. So I had to uninstall the game, reinstall the game, and then play it back. So that explains why there's a second save. That I'm doing a second save file. So I know everything that's going to happen in the introductory phase, but anything past that, I do not know. So love you guys. Bye. Let's get back to the video now. Next, I decided on a name. I think the Next Federation is a good sounding name, has a good ring to it, and thus was our time to begin in this new world. And it all started with me waking up and getting down to business, which I did. I grabbed my shears and I collected 8 of my products this time and went straight into packing them all, literally all of them. So next, I had to replenish my stock since apparently I'm broke and can only afford 2 pots and soil. I will regret saying this very soon though. Then I confirmed some orders for my products. And went out to talk with my Uncle Nelson. He basically asked me about my products and the sales I plan on making today, and asked me to pick up some product for himself by a shady character that I feel has some type of grudge against him. Then I was on the road with my amazing driving. And when I made it into town, it was time to get down to business and get my money. I flew past all the customers and collected my money. And then I also was introduced to a new potential customer that I gave a free sample to, and went into the hardware store to buy only soil since they don't want to buy no pots. Then it was time to meet up with this shady character, and honestly, he really has some type of grudge against my uncle. He even threatened me, of all people. Like, why? And immediately after, I got body searched for the first time, which is confirms my suspicion that he has something to do with the police. Then with my amazing driving, it was time for me to head back home and wind down from handling business all day long. And as soon as I got back, I spoke with OG and gave him his products. And I headed back into my trailer. Then I did some chores, you know, putting my soil in, sowing new seeds, all that good stuff. And then finally went to sleep. Then I'm suddenly woken up by flashing lights, and I only knew one thing those lights could be: the feds. They're arresting my uncle. And then he knew I wouldn't want to be caught, so I had to flee with $0 to my name. And this is officially the start of Schedule 1. I'll skip over the boring stuff and just get to the results of how I decided to create my character. And as soon as I pulled into this new town, got a text from OG, and he wanted me to give me some information, and told me about some money that was stashed around the city and that it would be enough to get me started. He also told me about a contract he had that I would be able to get my products from, a contact that he had to get some products from eventually. After that, I went around town, and it totally didn't take me 35 minutes to try and find where all of these spots were. Totally. Absolutely didn't. After I collected the money, I went back home, but then I heard an explosion. So I rushed back to my home for dear life, and what I saw broke me. All there was a letter with the surname of TB written to whoever wrote it. I knew I had to talk to my uncle, so I rushed back into town and went to the nearest payphone. Basically told me that there was a cartel called the Benzinos family, and he thought that they wouldn't cause me any trouble as soon as I got into town, but knowing who my uncle is, it was inevitable, I guess. So he told me about a motel that I went to, and it was $75 a week. That was pretty good, and I wasn't impressed, honestly. There was barely any space, barely any room, barely anything at all. But I knew that I had to go to the hardware store and resupply on everything that I didn't have. So I bought some grow tents, bought some soil, bought a watering can, and I also got a growth thingy that speeds up the growth of my seeds from the store clerk, since he knew that I was going to be with big business. He also, once I talked to my uncle, I was finally able to get in contact with my uncle's contact and order a dead drop. These are basically how I'm going to be ordering my seeds and collecting them for the foreseeable future until later on. I collected a dead drop, harvested the seeds, planted it, and went back home. The next day started with buying a few things from the hardware shop so I could package my product and finally make some money. I also bought some trash bags because apparently you can make money off of just picking up trash, so I thought I'd do that on the side. With my plant fully grown, I was finally able to harvest my products and package all of those. And then I put it on the market for sale, and literally as soon as I put it up for sale, my first customer came, and literally it was just the rest of the day collecting money, collecting more money, and going back home to replant everything. Also, I tried to give out a free sample, and this was the first time that I was almost arrested. So I went and ran and hid in a garbage can and as soon as the coast was clear, I went back home and I went to sleep. The next day was more so the same, but with one fatal flaw. I got arrested, as you saw. It was bad. All of my things got confiscated, everything, so I literally had to restart from zero again. So this entire day, it was literally collecting back the money I needed. So that's what I did for the rest of the day. And I also wanted to save for a bigger spot, and I was finally able to hand out my first free sample too. I was so proud of that. So proud of that. But then I went back home and went to sleep, and that was the end of that day. And with $712 in earnings and with enough experience, I was finally able to go and get a bigger place. But unfortunately, they needed it in cash and not on card. Silly me. Whoopsie. So I went back to the ATM, collected the money in cash this time. And I went back to the lady that was for sale this place and gave her the cash. And literally the rest of this day was basically revolving around moving all of my old stuff into my new room. And this took like half the day. It took a while, honestly. And I was still scheduling orders, but I knew that I was going to be busy for most of the day. So I had to be wary of that. So most of my orders for today was basically at nighttime. That's really about it. And yeah, the new place wasn't as any better other than just a bigger space. But it'll do for now. I'm able to buy more product, able to buy more grow tents, so I guess that's a plus side to all of this. After that, I tried to figure my way around this new area now, and also still complete orders as I go. Well, at least try to anyways. There's also another fascinating thing that what's it called? That shelf was there when I got there and I just took it. I didn't want to waste money on buying another one. So I just took the bigger one. Damn, that's so sad, but it's fine. And like I said before, in the nighttime, I completed as many orders as I possibly could fulfill with the stock that I had. And I will say that I accomplished a lot this day. With a profit of over $500, I did very good for myself. And I'm officially at Street Rat rank 4. Next day, I potted some more of my products. But I made one fatal error today. So I forgot that last night I didn't replant the seeds. So I basically made no money this day, like at all, because of my poor time management skills. So with myself feeling dejected and earning literally no money today, I decided to just go to bed And that's really all I did in this, honestly. It was kind of sad that I wasn't able to make any money at all, but it is what it is. And this will end our first playthrough of Schedule 1. Make sure that y'all just bear with me. I'll improve in the next video. Bye! So you guys, that'll do it for me with this first video on Schedule 1. And like I said in the intro, I hope that you bear it in mind that this is the first time that I'm doing this type of format, with you only hearing my voice and not seeing my face, and me playing it live for you guys basically. So if I did a good job, at least decently, halfway decently, but this is only myself editing and making scripts and all that good stuff. So if I did a halfway decent job, make sure you leave a like down below and leave comments about what I should do going forward. I will say that I did like doing this, coming up with a script and not necessarily editing 2 videos all at one time to make sure that it all syncs up. So I did kind of like this. So maybe I'll leave this for my longer form content going forward, and short form content, but with the video being about this long, I'll just do it regularly like I've been doing with my previous videos. So make sure that you guys subscribe to make sure that you continue on with this adventure for me. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. So this is Nixter63 signing out. Until next time. Bye guys.